Well, this build will have a lot of things I want to talk about, so if you're not interested and you just want to see the duels, just skip ahead to the timestamp on the screen right now, because yes, I think it's really worth talking about all these things on this build. So again, skip ahead if you don't want to listen to this. If you want to see the build in action, timestamp on screen or in the comments. So what is this build all about? It is about the Guardian Keen Sword Spear, or the Guardian Sword Spear, and it's Keen infused, and it has Warcry. And to top this off, we have the Lightning Caestus as the offhand option. So what are we doing here? So Warcry is a weapon buff. A lot of people still think that this is a body buff, but this is a weapon buff that gives you a different R2. So if I do this without the buff, you have this R2. That's not bad. On horizontal swing, not bad. With Warcry, however, you get this. So some people might already know why this is really good, or what makes the Warcry heavy attack so good. First of all, this has a shit ton of hyper armor. You can tank a lot. Colossal swords, colossal weapons, jump attacks. You can tank a lot with this. Second of all, as you can see, it's a stab attack, right? The normal swing is not a stab. So this already makes it really potent because you have pierce damage, aka counter damage. So this also works with the Raw Medallion and the Spear Talisman. This all stacks. So that's great, but Thickus, why wouldn't you just use the Braggart's Roar attack? Because isn't that the same? Also, Braggart's Roar gives you plus 10 attack, damage negation, and I think also recovery or stamina recovery. So it is better. Until you notice that you cannot do the Braggart's R2 one-handed. So two-handed, this is great, right? Two-handed, a lot of people already know the Braggart's Roar R2. Two-handed is something just disgustingly powerful. It's strong. However, since people know this, they are kind of more passive versus this specific build, right? So this is why I love this addition a bit more. Also, Warcry, like activating Warcry is really fast. Braggart's Roar takes quite some seconds to charge up, right? Again, and this is Braggart's Roar. This takes very long. In trade, of course, Braggart's Roar will last a bit longer. Braggart's Roar is 60 seconds, so like a minute for what I know. Warcry is for 40 seconds, so trade-offs. Why do I find this worth going for? You have an one-handed option with a lot of hyper armor. People will think that, oh, he's using this one-handed. He's using an halberd one-handed. One-handed halberds do not have hyper armor in the movesets. So, and it doesn't stop here. This is what I meant. There's quite a lot of shit to talk about. This R2 into the Caestus is a true combo. Of course, I had to sneak around or sneak in a true combo. And it's super cool because this weapon already has a jumping attack, the heavy into the R1, as a true combo as well. But having a pretty high damaging attack that true combos into the Caestus is pretty good for also a couple of reasons. You can always go for an R1 afterwards, and if they panic roll, that will roll catch. If they mash, this has pretty good priority because it does high poise damage. So this in general, in total, is something that I did not expect to be quite effective, but it's not bad. This really isn't too bad. And yes, why did I choose this spear? Because it matches my outfit. That's literally how this build started. If you want to make this build more potent, you can use a different weapon in the offhand if it's 13 frames fast. So yes, the hand axe is 13 frames fast, so that makes it even better, and that will still true combo into the hand axe swing here. The reason why the hand axe is so good, some people may or may not know why this weapon offhand is ridiculously good. As said before, this has the same frames as an offhand fist weapon, so yes, it is very fast, has more range, and the poise damage on the first L1 here is 150, which is disgusting. This is really, that's the reason why you see a lot of like competitive players use an halberd with the offhand axe. It's really good. And yes, again, this into this will true combo, so it makes it even more lethal. But why did I use the fist weapon? I'll be real, I just love to punch people in the face into stabbing them in the face. So yeah, that's pretty much it. A lot I had to cover, but thank you if you listened to all the rambling and bullshit I said. I'll just roll the tape so you can see how it, to me, again, it was not bad to use at all. And also, it was just really fun to use. And that to me is the most important part of playing this game or playing with builds, to have fun. So thank you guys so much for watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.